Absolutely love the sky they did here. And that moves us into Queensdale. Queensdale is an interesting city. I don't really like this entire area, the God Slot Swamp. I want to try and get through here as fast as possible because I know I'm going to get shot at. I can almost guarantee I'm going to get attacked, or at least aggressed upon. And this is the lower part. We were up on a bridge earlier, we looked down the mountains, we saw part of a swamp. This is the swamp. This is like the thick of it. We saw the very edge before. This is like the full swamp. There are more portals to the underworld down here. There are some pretty nasty things in this swamp. A lot of frogs all the time. Ghost warriors, giant fireflies. But luckily there's this nice long twisted wooden path. It does look beautiful in its own respect. Whoop, oh crap. Like, I'm not saying this place is ugly. It's very beautiful. But it's not as breathtaking as a lot of the other areas. Interesting lighting effect right there. I'm not sure what's going on. Danger? Yeah, I'd say so. There's a ATSX. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what it does. I don't want to find out. It'll kill us really quick. God, man, there are so many fireflies. Can we make up this hill? Alright, so we can make it right up this hill. And the reason why I wanted to come up here is to give you just a general perspective of what this place really looks like. It's a swamp. I mean, it really is. There's not much more to say. It is a swamp. But it's done very well. Now you continue onwards and leave the thick of the swamp and travel alongside the river. See a mage is doing battle down there. Wish we could help her, but that's just not how it goes, unfortunately. If we were a much higher level, I would most certainly go down and help her, but that's just not going to happen right now. So I'll continue on this way. You'll notice the mini-map down here will update as we could discover Queen's Forest and Ettins. These guys are a little bit weaker than stuff we've been seeing so far, but they will kill you in one shot. What's really cool about the Ettins is you can see their movements. Very scripted moves, and they take a long time to attack. And so you see them raise their weapon, you can actually dodge out of the way, no problem, and take them down, assuming you can do enough damage and you haven't exhausted your endurance. Little graphical glitches here. That's to be expected though. Again, this is a stress test. We see some rock drakes coming after us. And a crow. Chilling out. Also have Assistant Chef Victor. What do you do, Assistant Chef Victor? Never seen you before.
Welcome.
So he's the assistant to Lord Bealestone's head chef. And we are an adventurer. So they're hunting culinary delicacy. Fresh scale eggs. You can count on me to get you
Beetlestone
those.
stock of scale eggs is running low. Time to collect some more.
Alright, so that's Paul, also known as Sumisetsu. You see a giant moving tree over there. Those things are pretty darn deadly. But pretty cool all the same. It's just a giant moving tree, basically. Throw the sword. Hit them with the sword. lot of dead bodies. Alright, so you can see these giant trees are called oak hearts. Let's go ahead and zip across Scale River here. Past the golden moas, which are unfortunately extinct birds. They did exist at one time. Zip by the spiders and you can see these giant trees. Now they don't seem so giant to us, because we're actually pretty giant ourselves. We entered a lot of spiders. But if you were a human, oh my god. Whoop, there you go. So you can see it in action as some of the spiders decided to attack the oak heart. The oak heart actually ended up attacking us. Accidentally. We got caught in the crossfire, unfortunately. We'll be able to pick ourselves back up, no problem. And there we go. That is the oak heart. Right there. That is how powerful it is. It'll drop all those spiders, no problem. It's the same level. Well, actually, it's one level higher than all those spiders, and there were like 4 spiders. And you can see it really wasn't even phased. It's a very tough enemy to fight. It gives a lot of experience, though. You can take it down with a good group. Take down a giant tree. You'll be doing well on experience. See some death markers and some more spikes on the ground. You remove those and you'll be in good standing. There used to be a tower here, but through events that have happened in this world, the living, breathing world that is Guild Wars, through those events we lost this tower. And so now there's a little hut. You can see more Tamini warriors, some river drakes, a farm over there, often hit on by bandits, actually. We've covered a fair amount of ground. In the past half hour, we've gone from here to here. It's a fair amount of ground. But you can see there is a lot more to look at. There's a lot more to explore, and all we did was take the direct route. We didn't fight anything. We didn't spend too much time in any one area. As you can see how it would take forever to get through some of these locations. Alright, so we go back across the bridge. Okay, so you can see this guy, this Mesmer here, higher level, trying to take out a oak heart. Right away he's taking a little bit of damage. He's teleporting himself around. He's using his staff for this, creating lots of illusions. But even he won't be doing too terribly well against an oak heart. He's doing better than I thought he would, and he'll probably end up winning. Especially since he found a nice little location where he cannot attack by the oak heart. And unfortunately, we were caught in the oak heart's wrath again. But you can see now it's pretty much able to traverse any terrain. Knocking him around, but he'll end up being okay because of all of his illusions taking so many hits. He's able to take out the oak heart, no problem. sign saying Claypool is this way. So let's go see if we can find Claypool. Little barn owl. So you can see that's actually the tower I was talking about. I'm surprised they had it back up, because it's just gonna go poof again. Going into Seraph territory. And here we are. This is Claypool. It's a small town. I guess it's more of a medium-sized town. So sometimes NPCs will just randomly talk to you, telling you about events happening in the area. I'm just gonna go ahead and ignore those.
You'll find everything you need here.
And you can see it's actually pretty nice. It's nicer than a lot of cities, and it's very different from Char territory. And you look at Char, and it's very much so an industrial complex. It is military power. You go more to these human towns, it's a little more aesthetically pleasing. But it doesn't have the same order, it doesn't have the same feeling of power that the Char do. It's not as grand, but at the same time it's a lot prettier. And so this is Keswick's Hills. So this is Fort Salma, another part of Keswick's Hills. Very high level place compared to where we are. It's 25 or higher pretty much. We won't be seeing too many people here. And again, it's a completely different feeling. This is a lot older territory, and it is a fort. So it's going to be very fortified, as forts should be. But there isn't too much to look at in this city overall. I mean, we pretty much covered the entire thing. It's just a very small fort. It does have a nice river waterfall here. Good for river rafting, perhaps. Just kind of keeps going down. And travels off in the distance. You can actually see it moving down there. Occasionally a little white cloud will pop up and move around. Way off in the distance. It's still moving. It's a living, breathing world that we can still see. We are not in an instance. We're not in a small rendered area. We're in a living, breathing world. And you can see that just by looking off into the distance. Sometimes you can see little things move, little specks. You just have to look very closely. So more golden moas. And Lieutenant Gregory and her fortress over here. The Battle of Fort Shalma. And you can see Thunder Ridge. This used to be a centaur camp that the Seraph have recaptured, and the centaurs were not able to take back. However, events do happen, and sometimes this will end up being a centaur camp that the Seraph can't take back. So you just gotta check around, explore every once in a while, and you'll find just a whole variety of things. Bear over there, aggressive, so we better be careful. However, a juvenile brown bear, not aggressive, so it's alright. Do have what appears to be trebuchets over here. Well, that one just disappeared. Both of them disappeared. Oh, and the bridge is gone. Oh my. Something happened, and we lost the bridge. So whatever event occurred here destroyed the trebuchets and dropped the bridge. So don't want to run off the edge here. You can see this is where we were looking at earlier from way up there. Wish I could show you. But from way up there, we were seeing all of this still happening. You see it just goes right down into the lake. I think it's a lake. Probably a lake. Might be an entrance, a bay to an ocean. Not sure. Blue moas. Look at the... Actually, if you look at the video for the end of the beta, how ArenaNet decided to end the beta that they had, you'll see champion black moas. A lot of them. So, moas come in different sizes, shapes, and colors. So defend Moogaloo. Apparently there's some villagers in trouble. It looks like we really can't continue any further. Hello, bat. Unfortunately, centaurs are blocking our path to many more warriors. Interesting little waterfall. Whoa. Camera controls. Oh yeah. Alright. Well, let's go check underwater. So, Leviathan Lake. See these giant... I'm not really sure what they are. Giant things. You can go inside of them. It's Moogaloo Village. So there's underwater people, and we're supposed to protect these Moogaloo villagers. And stop the Crate Blood Witch. Got our hermit crab. Pretty big hermit crab. It's a crate net. And we can pull it down. And there we go. We helped Moogaloo Village, got rid of it. So we can see crates are coming though, so let's go ahead and try and not get murdered by them. Get up to slightly higher ground. And it's a lot murkier down here. Can't even see to the bottom, even though we know it's not that far. We can't see far enough. So the crates are just going to steal all the children, and we are going to be under attack soon. So go ahead and get out of this water. Not safe. Let's see if we can make our way over to those ruins. Moa just killed a crab for some reason. Don't know what he had against the crab. Things swimming below us, wanting to kill us. We're gonna go ahead and get by those, no problem. And we do see bandits over here, occupying the ruins. Oh! Crates. As long as you're on the surface, you're fine. As long as you're on the surface, you won't necessarily die. We can see these giant, beautiful ruins. Ow. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we were dragged under by the crate. And that immediately killed us. We were dragged underwater just a little bit, and that was enough to kill us. So, yeah, and this is just Keswick's Hills. This is just a lake. Very beautiful location, mind you. What we were looking at over here was a point we had not yet discovered. But it's ruins of an old city. War-torn city. See, we haven't really even covered that much. I mean, we've covered this area. Actually, no, we've really only covered like this small area and a little bit up here. We've covered Lion's Ark, part of it, and just a little bit around in this area. And already we are pretty much out of time. As they're about to turn off the servers. They're going to end the stress test, so that was a perfect time to die. as we really aren't able to continue this. So go ahead and teleport back, or not. Don't have enough money to teleport back. You do see it does cost money in order to teleport places. You want to teleport a really long ways away, you need money. So if we wanted to go all the way over here, it'd almost take us 2 silver
The cannons. We've got to keep the miners safe.
to teleport halfway across the map. On the same, basically on the same latitude. Imagine if we were traveling from the unending ocean to the Blood Legion homelands. That's probably the most expensive travel you'll ever have. And that has not happened yet, has not been released yet. I don't think I've seen too many places higher than the 15 to 25 area, honestly. I don't know if they even exist. But they will when the game comes out this year, so. Let's see. We have Moon Ablaze chilling out up there. Let's go ahead and jump over to Crossing Point, see if we can meet up with Moon Ablaze. Oh. Ah. Just go. Should like respawn at full health. There we go. Alright, so we're in Queensdale Overflow. There are too many people in Queensdale, and so we've moved to an overflow server. Doesn't mean we can't play the game, it just means we're on a different server. At any time we could be moved over to the main server, and I've never seen it happen. I don't know whether or not it's seamless. But I imagine they'll do it in such a way that it's not too terribly intrusive. We can see we have a really huge death penalty. We get hit, we die. There's no getting around it. If we go down, we're dead. And you can see just by exploring, just by running around a little bit, we're already almost level 5. Just by seeing the sights. Okay, so we're unable to see our lovely party member Moon because we're on a completely different server.
That was a great batch of poached eggs. I'll have to make some more when I have extra eggs again.
Unfortunate, but that's alright. There are just a lot of people in Queensdale. So you can see there's some more Tamini archers and centaurs attacking. We did see a supply cart phase in. It looks like the centaurs are besieging the city.
Eat my dust!
Seraph soldiers doing what they can, but the centaurs
So Pally.
are really
Pally.
trying to take the city. Come on. Ah. Heal. But we're pushing back out, so just a few moments we'll be able to get resurrected. Yep, just like that. And we're successfully defending the city for now. But another wave's coming right away. Oh, come on. There we go. So let's go ahead and continue on in the city. You can see a lot of dead centaurs. They made it pretty far in, but there are a lot of Seraph soldiers, so we don't have to worry about the city getting lost. As long as there are some people
I
here to
could
help
outrun a
protect it.
centaur.
Now what they're trying to do is get in here, release all the prisoners. If they can do that, then they can probably end up taking over the city. However, that's really not something you have to worry about, as there's pretty much always people here in Shaymore Garrison. So I'll go across this bridge again. This other bridge, anyways. And again, it's just absolutely beautiful. You know, the detail. That thing's really close.
Don't enter the garrison.
It's just a seed. It's really close to the camera. If we were to zoom in, it completely fades away. You can see gigantic mountains off in the distance that eventually, if you travel in that direction, eventually you can get up on those mountains. And you can look out and you can see this nice fortress off in the distance. It'll very, 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 very small, but you'll still be able to see it. Also be probably foggy, but
Don't enter the garrison until you've trained some more. It's fierce fighting past the gate.
it looks absolutely beautiful. So this is definitely human territory now. You can tell it's definitely human architecture. When someone says medieval humans, this is basically what I think. And that is Divinity's Reach. That kind of looks like concept art to me. I mean, that is really, that shows how beautiful this game can get when you start looking at these cities from a long ways away. I guess not too terribly far away, but far enough away you can see almost the entire side of the city. I just find it absolutely breathtaking. So we'll see if we can get into Divinity's Reach. I really doubt it. Find out very soon. Alright, so it looks like the same basic problems happening that's been happening all day during the stress tests whenever you try to access Divinity's Reach. And that it pretty much gets stuck at 95%, you're really not allowed to go any further. Well, no, that last 5%. So, there's only like 2 minutes left anyways. So, I wouldn't have time to show you Divinity's Reach. But you can see from this concept art of what Divinity's Reach looks like, which they use concept art for all the loading screens. You can just see from the concept art that it's a very beautiful city. It's a very big city. That's why it takes forever to load. Fun fact, before I close this out, the guy who made the music for Guild Wars 2 made music for a lot of other really epic games. Skyrim, Morrowind, Oblivion. I believe he did some of the music for Lord of the Rings. I'm not entirely certain on that one. But he did some of probably the most epic music that has ever existed. He's a beautiful orchestrator of music. And so, on that note, this game is worth playing simply for the music. It's breathtaking. The graphics are breathtaking, the music is breathtaking, and the gameplay itself is very solid and very fun. I really enjoy the fact that it feels like a living, breathing world. And they're going to be doing even more to make it an even more interactive world. So I'm really looking forward to what this game will be like in a couple months. Again, it'll release by the end of this year, so they don't have too much longer to tune it, but at this point it only takes a little bit of fine-tuning. It won't take that much more. It's already a very good game. So, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.